Oh, hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. We're at the end of this roller coaster of a day. It's not been downs at all. It's just been like up, 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 and then even. We're not doing any like downs. This has been incredible. So, my name is Hala Citron. My companies are I'm Creative and Express Yourself Publishing. And Express Yourself Publishing has launched its first multi author book. Creativity is whatever you want it to be. And oh my gosh, I am so friggin' grateful to these 20 contributors that have been in this space. I am lucky enough to have how many? One, two, three, five. I can't count. By the end of the day, I got 2 hours of sleep. And yeah, it's just beautiful. And what we're going to do in this time that we have together is I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the book. Just a little bit. I want to tell you where we've actually gone today because Wendy, you didn't hear the update. And then the contributors are going to tell a little bit about themselves, answering the question creativity is, because that's what this whole book is about. So the mission of my company is to expand this definition of creativity beyond a pencil and a paintbrush. So to break the societal definition of, oh, I can't draw or I can't paint, and actually include people within this definition, to broaden it and to actually realize that creativity is who we are as human beings. It's how we exist. And these contributors are so beautiful in telling their stories and answering the question. And it was simply put, how do you define creativity and how has it played a part in your life? That's all I asked. And these are the beautiful stories that are now in Kindle on Amazon, available internationally, and will be coming out in paperback in about 3 to 4 weeks. And actually, hardback is now an option. So they just offered that on Amazon. So there's those two options as well. So let me just tell you where we've gone in this day, and then I will be quiet and I want to hear from everybody else. So we have actually gotten to 7 bestsellers, 7 number one statuses, and 1 international. So that's kind of where we're at, because we are a bestseller in the US and we're bestseller in the UK. So that makes us an international bestseller. And we haven't even reached Australia yet. They just woke up. So, and they haven't even gotten all the numbers in for everybody. So it's just celebrations across the board. So much gratitude to everybody who is paying like 99 cents for this. It's because it is supporting. You are getting so much from this. And the proceeds are going to an amazing organization called Artists First, which is to provide studio space and supplies for people with all different kinds of abilities so they can be allowed to express themselves. So that being said, I'm going to be quiet for now, and I want to hear from these amazing contributors answering the question and whatever else they want to say, how they define what creativity is. So who wants to start?
I can go ahead.
Go ahead, Atusa.
So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Atusa Raisian, and I'm a shaman, I'm an energy healer. And I was grateful when Hollis, I saw her post on Facebook, and that question that she asked just drew me to it. And here I am. Right away, I said, I want to be part of this great book. And it's been an amazing journey just to be with all these wonderful authors. And my chapter is about basically, the chapter title is Creativity Saved My Life. And it goes through the fact that I always wanted to be in this space and why I didn't get a chance to be in a creative space, and sort of my trauma journey into my healing journey and where I've landed now. And it's been an amazing experience just being part of the book and just defining creativity. And I'm so happy to hear we didn't read each other chapters beforehand. So now it's like everybody's pretty much the same message, that creativity is whatever you want it to be, whatever moves you from your soul, from your heart, and gets you to be your authentic self, your true self, and sort of like your soul dance and soul song that comes from you. So that's it. That's about me. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Hollis, for everything. And thank you, everybody, for purchasing the book and supporting us, getting us to #1. Yay!
So grateful. And I love how you point out, and there's that word trauma. So it's kind of that word that everybody has something in their lives. And it's kind of talking about that story and how you move from one place to another. And I think that's so much the beauty in it. So thank you for sharing that. Who would like to be next? Do I need to call on you? Go ahead. Go ahead, Danette.
That's fine. I'll go. And I echo Atusa's sentiments there. Thank you for organizing all of this and keeping us on track and making sure we're doing what we need to do. It's been such a fun experience. And my apologies, my kids just came in the house screaming. I just really appreciate having the opportunity to check something off my bucket list. I have always wanted to write a book. I probably wouldn't have done the whole thing all on my own. So being able to share this experience with such an amazing group of people who are just full of encouragement and good words made everything that much more exciting. So I guess moving on to the issue at hand, creativity is, to me, resilience and creative problem solving and finding a way through our everyday struggles in a way that maybe would be a little bit unexpected or a little bit more imaginative than we might have done otherwise. And it's led me through my career. It's led me through my personal life. And I just wanted to share it with everybody else to encourage them to really appreciate the mundane moments that you can turn into something wonderful and beautiful.
I love that. And I remember in your chapter, there was something with, didn't you want to do something with Oprah Winfrey and checked?
Yes, I talked about a list of goals that I had written as a teenager. And you know, for most people looking at what I had on my list, it probably seemed a little far-fetched, especially for a girl coming out of an old rundown steel town without a whole lot of opportunities. But again, I used creativity to help me find ways to achieve those goals. And yes, one of them was to work for Oprah, which I did for 4 years. Another was to win an Emmy, and I got 2. So I really was able to achieve those goals because I looked at things from a creative perspective.
Oh my God. This is why you have to get this book. It's 99 cents on Amazon now. These stories will just blow you away. Oh my gosh. Okay. Renee, you want to go?
Yes, I can go. I'm so sorry. I'm at the airport, so I can't take my mask off. But this has been the most amazing journey, and I can't thank you enough, Hollis. So creativity to me is a healing modality, and it's my outlet that I use to express myself. And I wrote this little story about Magdalene the Dragulin and how she saves the planet and with all her little friends. And I hope everybody really enjoys it. And I thank you so much for making it so fun.
It's what's really great about the perspective that you took on it was this story and these characters and incorporating everything that you do with energy and bringing it into, I mean, it's for all ages. It's not just a kid's story.
No, it's not just a kid's story. So I teach energy management, and everybody knows the illustrations for my story are at my website, which is in the book, if they want to see the characters. But yeah, it's for everybody. Everybody needs to know how to manage their energy and how their energy bubble works and how to drive their engine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, perfect. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's literally, it's a group effort. I'm so grateful because, you know, you have the idea and it's kind of like, okay, how are we going to sculpt this and bring it to life? And this is how it works. It's a collaboration. So yeah. So thank you. And I appreciate you taking the time because you're in an airport. So It's a good way to spend time until you get on the plane.
Absolutely.
Okay, who is next? You want to go, Manu?
Do you want me to go, Hollis?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Manu, and I am a family therapist and life coach by profession. And every day I'm a human being, or at least I strive to be. And I say the word human being because we're so much into actions and just doing. And sometimes we forget that it's in the beingness that is where our essence lies. Anywho, my chapter is about courage as the fire of creativity. And this is a personal account of how I got to embrace my own inner spiritual self for the journey that I was on, and to understand how creativity is really the seed of that creation, and how it forms our essence, our soul, and the fire that it ignites within us, that courage that it develops, and what we can do with it. So, truly allowing us to connect with our own selves, our authentic selves, and that is what I call transformation. So, I'm just absolutely grateful working with everybody here. All the authors are amazing, and personally, I found a community in here with like-mindedness, and like Atusa was saying, that it's just this energy, the energetic exchange that I've actually felt working with y'all. It's just been amazing, amazing. And the creative expression in this book is so powerful and it's empowering, where each one of us has kind of helped build each other up. And I'm just like so excited to see what it's going to do for those who are going to read it. I hope it's going to be extremely inspiring, and I know it is. So absolutely. Thank you so much for everybody who's already bought this copy and supporting our cause as well for Artists First. And just super excited.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And it's one of our other contributors when we spoke earlier today. She actually told a story where she wasn't calling anybody out, and Atusa and Wendy were there, but she said that basically one of her high school friends messaged her back and said that she was in a really boring meeting but loved her chapter. And it really brought a lot of, it like lifted her up. So there. Oh, good. Tina's here. Good. Okay, Tina, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
So happy you're here.
Me too. It's been one of those days I didn't think I was going to get here.
I know you've been teaching all day.
Yes.
You have. So we're just kind of going around, and Wendy's going to be next, kind of saying like what creativity is, what that definition is to you, and just kind of saying who you are.
Sure.
So Wendy,
I
go
have to
ahead.
drop off. But thank you so much. I have to drop off.
Renee, so glad you were here. Thank you for being here. Safe travels.
Well, I'm not on mute. Hello. So I am not on mute. I thought I was. So to echo a lot of what's already been said, I feel like the definition of creativity is so vast, yet it also is so it's so magnetizing that it can bring you together no matter what your story is, or no matter what each of our individual stories has been and what we're writing, but also for those of you who are just buying it and reading it, it's also, that's true for everyone. So it doesn't matter if you're here as one of the contributing authors, or you're another human being on this living experience, because we are all experiencing our own divine expression of what creativity is. So just in essence. And so it excites me to speak about it that way. And it also is just so amazing to see that so many of us who are speaking about our chapters have a similar expression around it, even though our stories are different and the way we wrote our chapters is different. So my chapter is called Embodied Awakening, Blossoming into Your Potential. And it speaks to the divine expression of us in a more energetic way, and as our frequency, or as our energy, and how we come to that from the beginning, from our, as a soul language, as a way in which we are born and we express ourselves, and that we're meant to embody that as we go along through all of our journey and through whatever happens to us, that we can transcend and transform all those things and have choices and move through them in a really deep way. And so, and that is my work in helping women and children and families to work within that framework for themselves and see themselves as the beauty and the gift that they are. So in their divine expression and creativity. So
I love it. And I appreciate what you said in the beginning, because I think this book existing just provides a framework to show options beyond just that societal definition. So that's the idea. So people can see themselves in that, or be like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Maybe I am creative because this happened. Like, this is what we're doing, is we're jump starting and we're getting people thinking. So
yeah, it's so beautiful.
thank you. So thank you.
Yeah.
You.
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank you to you.
Dr. Tina.
Hi there. How are you guys?
Good. Tell us about you.
So let's see. I am a doctor of physical therapy by trade, but I think what I really focus on more than anything is just your holistic being and your wellness. And I think that creativity plays such a part of that, because I think that we get to co-create our lives with the divine, and that I think we forget that. Like, even if I'm not, doing something that I perceive as creative, painting the thing behind me, painting the thing behind me, whatever it is that you're doing, you're still creating your own life. You're creating whatever it is that you do in your daily life. And sometimes that creation is bright and colorful and joyful. And sometimes that creation, spawns out of the worst pain that you've ever had. And I think that creativity can be the remedy for your heart, and it can help you heal. It can help you grow. I know for me, at the end of my marriage, I really didn't know who I was. And so I had to go on this, grand exploration, excavation, who knows, I met him when I was 18. So I don't think I was ever formed, I don't think I knew who I was. And I read Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way, and kind of started dating myself and going on these artist dates. And I kind of let spontaneity take me. It was like, where am I today? Oh, I have to do my artist date for the week. What am I going to do? And I met the most incredible people. I had the most amazing experiences. I learned things I didn't know I had any interest in, or had no prior knowledge of. And it's just really helped me grow my heart, my mind, my spirit. And I think that is what, to me, my chapter's called Creativity is Living My Creative Life. And I think that we all should embrace that creativity, whether we actually think we create something out of clay or color or words. I think we create our families, we create our environments, we create the world we live in. And I think that's a big gift that we're given. And it's also a big responsibility, for us to take on and really own it and make the most of it. So that is how I ended up here in this project.
I love this remedy of the heart. And then what you said in the end, like basically creating your world, like it's a gift and it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
You either step up or you don't. It's kind of like you could be the person that's like, oh, God, life sucks. I never do anything. Just everybody hates me. I do my job, like all this kind of stuff. Or you can kind of take responsibility, learn more about yourself. That whole artist date, it's true. We fall into these routines, whether we get married when we're 18, or whether we just kind of fall into a job that we really don't like, but society thinks we just fell into it because we did, but we never took the time to know ourselves.
Yeah. And I think we don't have to jump right from, life sucks to life is golden, because I think there's a spiritual bypass there. If you just, excuse my friend here, Barky Monroe. But I think I'd color her quiet if I could. I haven't figured that out. But I think, even there's the in between, right? You don't have to go right from I'm in this hard place and I'm going to choose to be creative and happy and colorful. You can still, like I said, maybe today is, heavy scribbling with a black crayon because that's what you feel. And I think that, whatever form of art not non-traditional, traditional, but whatever it is that we're picking up and expressing ourselves with, I think as long as we're expressing it with truth and honesty and vulnerability, that art then has meaning for the other people that experience it, whether, they're buying your artwork and hanging it on the wall, or they're picking up the book that you read, which is what you wrote to get yourself out of the dark spot, or they're looking at your life saying, hey, I want to live like that too. Whatever it is, I think it can be really inspirational. And then you find your tribe, your like people that see the world the same way. And it's much more enjoyable that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think definitely this isn't rainbows and unicorns. Like, we're not talking about everything is light and fluffy and happy all the time, because it's life and it's real. And we should we talked about this before. It's like, we should sit in our emotions and we should feel our emotions, because if we're not actually expressing them, then we're repressing them.
Yeah.
And that doesn't do anybody any good. I wanted to read just a few of these. It's on the back of the book when you order it. It was some quotes, some statements from the book, and I don't know whose chapters it was from. I just put some of them on the back of the book. So it said, creativity is, I love this, inquisitive, itchy, and interesting. Creativity is the where the soul meets the body in order to integrate and assimilate your reality. Creativity is you being you fully and completely without the burden of the checklist and the weight of the opinion of everybody else. So just some examples. So we're going to kind of wrap it up soon, but before we wrap it up, is there anything that anybody wants to say or add, or leave the floor open if anybody has finishing words? No, we're good. This has been a day. And so grateful for it. I am telling you, I'm going to go upstairs, and I think I'm going to sit on the couch, most probably have the laptop near me, but not sit in front of my desktop, since I've been here since 3 a.m. And yeah, just so beautiful. So grateful. I will say once again, while finishing this out, so grateful to all of the contributors and bringing your hearts and your passions and your vulnerability. So grateful to everybody that is purchasing this, because it will affect you in some way. And so grateful for the monies that we are going to be able to help people with. So where you can find this is Amazon.com, the Kindle, and the links will be attached to this. And it's international. So purchase away and share. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Just to mention on the Kindle, because I've had several asks if you
Yes.
want to mention it on here. So if you do not have Kindle, you can download the Kindle app on any of your mobile devices. Once you buy it and download the app, it just automatically comes in your app. You do not need to have Kindle.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. Free app. Easy. So goodbye, everybody. We wish you a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in this world. And creativity is whatever you want it to be.
Thank you.